What's going on, everybody? C4 here today, unveiling a brand new series to Beast Mode TV, and this is what I like to call Super Bowl or Bust. Now, what we're going to do, you probably know the theme of the video by the thumbnail and title, is I want to do some realistic in regards to really this video and another one. But for the most part, I've seen suggestions, people saying like, man, what if you put A on team B? Will they be able to go to the Super Bowl? You've always thought about like, what will, here's an example, like Tom Brady. If you put Tom Brady on the Cleveland Browns, would they win the Super Bowl? Is that good enough? Or would you have to do like the whole Legion of Boom going to the Browns or something crazy like that? So I figure doing just 1 year simulations just to see if we can get said team over the hump. So this is the first official episode. I'm not exactly sure what the format is going to be, but what I feel like is I should sim the full regular season, and then if we make the playoffs, I will play the moments throughout the playoffs, just to make it a little bit different from the other series that I do, where I usually just sim to week 16, play week 16, play week 17, and then the playoffs. Just because I don't necessarily need these videos to be, you know, the 35, 45-minute long ones. It's only 10 minutes. We straight up don't make the playoffs in this video. It's just answering your questions, you know? So right now, we are doing something that is on the, you know, maybe one of the bigger underlining storylines this entire offseason is, where is Tony Romo going to land? And so many people, including myself, think that the Houston Texans could be Super Bowl contenders if they land Tony Romo in a trade. So we just, you know, through the magic of Madden, traded Brock Osweiler for Tony Romo. I mean, whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't help, you know, doesn't affect Dallas's depth chart anyway. Dak is the starter. So with Tony Romo as the quarterback of the Houston Texans, will they make a Super Bowl run? So you got Lamar Miller, you got DeAndre Hopkins, you got Will Fuller, Jalen Strong, Braxton Miller. Offensive line is solid. I decided to just use the season end rosters. I probably could have used the day one. It would have been a little bit better. I know guys like Derek Newton probably would have been higher. Lamar Miller might have been a couple points higher. But for the most part, I mean, I still think this Texans team is definitely a playoff caliber team. Yeah, you know, obviously the front seven is really, really strong. Boy, yeah, you get the nice little rating there. So, without further ado, let's do this. Let's simulate right here to the playoffs. Fingers crossed that this is going to work. Right now, though, I have about 10 ideas for episodes that I could do of this. This is just going to be, you know, not a, you know, overwhelm you guys with this. And I don't know, there might be one a week, there might be 2 weeks, because right now there is a lot of content to be had on the channel. You have Philadelphia Eagles Connected Franchise Mode, Toronto Huskies Connected Franchise Mode, draft content. You have legendary college all-time rosters. You have one-off Connected Franchise Modes. You have now this Super Bowl or Bust series. You have, I got another one that I'm going to actually be working on, which is, you know, it'll kind of tie in with the one-off Connected Franchise Modes. I want to do all draft roster teams. So I'm going to be doing, you know, the best from the 2017 draft on one, best of 2016, 15 draft, 14 draft, 13 draft, just, you know, little one-offs of that. There's going to be a new series coming up on the 19th, which is the most, you know, ambitious series that I've done. I hope I'm not overwhelming it or overhyping it enough, because it's going to be, you know, it's something I've kind of done, but I've never done it to the depth that I have. It's going to be for all fans. It's not just Philadelphia Eagle fans. It's going to be fans of all 32 teams in the NFL. Hint, hint, wink, wink. So we got 6 series, kind of. I don't necessarily classify them all as series. Plus you got mock drafts. You got, soon there's going to be my release, I did it last year, of my Madden 18 roster series. So that's 8 rough videos that I have to be working on. I'm going to check my upload schedule here just to see if I missed anything that I have upcoming. Draft rankings. I mean, trust me, I like to think that I'm spoiling you guys with content right now. But yeah, I was just fucking having a shower, and I was like, just spontaneous. You know, I'm one of those artsy types, one of those guys that just needs to be, you know, in the perfect mindset to come up with great creations. I don't think I've seen anyone else really do this kind of thing on YouTube. If I did, credit to them first. But I think, you know, because everyone knows the best thing to do here on YouTube is to come up with an idea and then make sure that everyone knows that it's your idea and no one else's. So that's what we're doing here, Super Bowl or Bust. So hopefully we are, well, on the playoff run here with the Houston Texans. But overall, these videos won't be super, super long. Like I said, if we don't make the, like, look, sometimes we'll go make a playoff run. The video will be 35 minutes. If we simulate to this part, don't make the playoffs, we're done. Did we even make the playoffs here? Bill O'Brien got fired. And what did the Texans go? Did Tony Romo being on the Texans? Oh my God, 3-13. There you go. Look, just done. That is, we should have turned off coach firing. You know, you have wondered, is Tony Romo the answer at the quarterback spot? And there you go. For all you fans, myself included, that thought Tony Romo going to the Texans was going to be, you know, something spectacular. Look at that, 23 touchdowns, 20 picks, 4,600 yards. You know, rest of it, everything looked pretty solid. Maybe the defense let us down here a little bit. Not even, well, there you go. When you only get 9 sacks from J.J. Watt, you might have a little bit of struggle with you. But fuck, there you go. Great debut episode here. I guess, I mean, maybe if it fails, I could try it for a second time. But I don't know. I think we'll just stay as is, because that's the theme of this. Some videos are gonna be long. Some videos aren't gonna be long. There wasn't a whole lot there. Hopefully, other episodes. Right now, might as well skip because so you can get something out of this video. So we found out that Super Bowl or bust, we fucking bust here. We didn't even make the goddamn, like, maybe we should change the format up. Maybe we shouldn't. You know, this is a little bit of a brainstorming here, because we do change the format up. I mean, then it becomes more my influence on it than opposed to actually making that move for the play. You know what I'm saying like that? Like, if I actually played with Tony Romo, obviously I could probably get into the playoffs. That is not what we're trying to find out. We're trying to find out if you put Tony Romo in a Madden simulation on the Houston Texans, would they make the Super Bowl? And this was a bust. So other ideas that I have, because this only took like 6, probably by the time I'm talking about this, 8 minutes, I'm going to be able to probably do a couple of these tonight. I have what will happen if we move the Dallas offensive line to the Seattle Seahawks. Tony Romo to Denver is another one, because right now he's linked between Denver and the Houston Texans. We have the Legion of Boom going to the Cleveland Browns. Green Bay wide receivers to the Philadelphia Eagles. So that would be adding Jordy Nelson, Devontae Adams, and Randall Cobb to the Eagles. They'd finally get some wide receiver help. Will that be good enough to get them to the Super Bowl? Le'Veon Bell to the New York Giants. It seems like the Giants for quite some time have been a running back away from being a legit contender in the NFC. Julio Jones to the Tennessee Titans. Titans seem like they're the team that's getting ready to take the next step. And what happens if you put the best wide receiver in Madden on their team? We have Houston's front four, who did shit all for us here today. What happens if you put those on the Indianapolis Colts? A little bit of a rivalry there, but it seems like the Colts, it's just Andrew Luck. Offensive line seems to be a work in progress, but the defense has been what's letting them down a little bit. So maybe if we put divisional rival, we put a J.J. Watt, we put a Jadeveon Clowney, a Whitney Merciless. You put these beasts on the Colts, what will happen? We have Carolina's linebackers to the Saints, very similar to what is going on with the Colts. This is how many years are the Saints going to ignore the defensive side of the ball when they have clearly a playoff level offense? So let's put Shaq Thompson, Luke Kuechly, and Thomas Davis, all those guys over an 85 overall. If we put them on the Saints, will that be enough to get them to turn things around? And then the final one that I have is moving Rob Gronkowski to the Arizona Cardinals. Another one-player move. The Cardinals, you look at their offense, really the only real weakness, aside from will Larry Fitzgerald and Carson Palmer continue to play at a high level, is they don't really have a playmaking tight end. So what happens if we take the best tight end, the fucking cover boy of Madden, and throw him on the Arizona Cardinals? So, because this is, like I said, this was a failed experiment. They're not all going to be like this. Hopefully we get to actually play a little bit. But now you know. There's so many people out there. What happens if you put Tony Romo on the Texans? How about do that for a rebuild? Put Romo on the... We just found out. Obviously it's a one-off. Maybe if we did it 10 times in a row, you could get more accurate results. But this is good enough for me for right now. So there is what's happening with this new series. I only have 10, so feel free to shoot away in the comment section below with any suggestions that you may have for this series, and I will certainly look at doing that. So this is your first time stopping by and you like the idea for this series, but somewhat don't be disheartened because it failed here in episode 1. Don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you guys truly enjoyed this video. As always, leave a comment, and until next time, it is C4 saying peace out.